Hello.
Hey, hi Aditya.
Hi, Risha. How are
Risha
you?
here. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Okay.
Risha, thank you for connecting with me via Document. Yeah. So, I've seen your query, but can you just repeat it before we get started on the discussion part?
Yes, sure. Actually, I came across your LinkedIn post, which was related to your MBA, and you had mentioned that you are also CA dropout. So, similar scenario has happened with me as well. Actually, I'm also CA dropout, and I want to know whether I can go ahead with CMA. I mean, should I pursue CMA now, and is it a good option? CMA USA.
Okay. So, before we get started, can you just give me more background about have you done BCom? Do you have any work experience?
Yes, actually, I have. I'm in the third year of BCom, and
Okay.
I was giving my IPCC, but I couldn't crack it. So after 2, 3 attempts, now I'm it's better to explore other options as well.
Okay, got it. I'll start my own take on this, and this is a very personalized opinion, nothing to do with a specific right answer or to do thing in life. This is just my opinion or my way of looking at things. I've been a dropout, CA dropout, and believe me, it's not the end of the world. I know that CA is a great course, adds immense value to anyone's career. But again, your overall career trajectory, I think, mainly depends on the person rather than the degree he or she has. And the person who is a go-getter, aggressive, or to some extent, who doesn't give up easily, who goes out and tries different option, maybe fails a little bit and then succeeds, eventually makes it. So, having said that, okay, let's consider a clear slate that you don't want to pursue CA anymore. So, my first advice to you will be, okay, let me just open up a screen. So, first you have dropped out of CA. So, CA is out of the picture. One thing you have is pursue courses that have, some base that you have studied from CA, and secondly, you have option to pursue other things which are maybe within finance or outside finance or any other course. So I would personally prefer that you have invested some time, you have given some efforts, continue with something that uses knowledge or overlaps with CA. Now, in my view,
Okay.
and as you mentioned that CMA is there, it's a great choice. But before that, understand how the universe of courses is divided. Courses are mainly of two types from my perspective. One is a general course where you haven't selected a niche or specialization. Now, within general, we have one course that is CMA US. Then we have something called CFA, and then we have something again called as MBA in finance. I would say I wouldn't completely categorize as this, as this course in finance only, but yeah, to some extent goes towards children. And then secondly, we have specialization or more focused courses, something like FRM that mainly talks about risk management only. Then we have actuarial exams that's mainly into statistics or mainly applied in insurance industry. So before this, I think you should take some time to think that should you go for a general course or a specialization course. Let's say you are early in your career, I would prefer go towards general. Let's say you think that you are passionate about some niche. For example, I was highly passionate about derivatives or stock market, and I wanted to crack the FNO for back in the time. I was mainly into derivatives, and I wanted to be the next big trader in the world in mainly targeting futures and options, which I eventually realized that it's too risky. But yeah, I
Oh,
went ahead with
okay.
FRM for that reason. But luckily, I also pursued CMA, which helped me realize that okay, there's also a universe where multiple topics, right from costing, corporate finance, valuations, modeling, risk management, everything exists. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
basically you're saying syllabus of the CMA, it's, I mean, whatever was there in CA, so I
mm,
can correlate or I can relate more
exactly,
with
exactly,
CMA.
exactly.
Okay.
So I think it's a good choice. Second benefit, I would say, it takes up to just 1 year. Well, you can break down each part into, let's say, 6 months each. out of which 6 months, let's say you go for a prep provider, so your class ranges from 3 to 4 months. After that, you have time for your own personal study, that's 1 to 2 months. That's how the course is overall divided. Second benefit is that I value time a lot, so getting something hands-on in 1 year is a good strategy. Second thing, you can also combine it with other options such as CMA plus CPA can be pursued. Let's say if you want to go deep into management accounting, reporting. Reporting, I think, is one of the most sought out profile in India, and you can work in any big four, any other company, in for that matter. And other combination, I think highly preferred is CMA plus CFA, where you can target a portfolio management company, corporate finance companies, advisory, consultancy, etc. I think these are two good combinations.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's my take. On the downside, I would say there's only one suggestion I would give, that if after graduation I see a lot of students going full time for CMA. Instead of that, if possible, try getting a job. I completed my CMA while working at Deutsche Bank, and believe me, my job was really demanding. Still, I figured out that you study for 2 to 3 hours a day and maybe 5, 6 hours on weekends. You dedicate completely yourself for this course over a period of just 6 months, and you're able to crack the exam, at least one part in 6 months. It's
Okay.
easily doable. And secondly, I know there's a lot of hype around the courses you see, if I do XYZ course, I'll get 10 lakh, 20 lakh. That doesn't happen. That's the myth out there. Please don't blindly run behind courses. Uh, the fact of the matter is that even in today's world, experience is valued more than any certification,
Okay.
except for roles or work where you need specific rights. For example, if you want to audit or file taxes, then you need a chartered accountant signature. So these are exceptional roles where you need that specific charter. But other than that, I have seen people pursue great careers without any professional course in hand. But having said this, if you have one, given the competition out there, and secondly, the disadvantages, or I would say gaps in our traditional BCom, I think professional courses have become somewhat necessary in today's world. But yeah, I'll just share one more insight. The type of people I see mainly in corporate is are basically of 2 to 3 types. One type is freshers who have who are from good colleges like SRCC, or even in Pune for that matter, we have BMCC, and then we have also SIMBI, who are considered one of the good colleges at a local level. These students, just after the graduation, make it to really good companies and make a great career. That's a kickstart, for stepping into a first company that is really a big brand. And then I see
Okay.
folks who are from tier 2, tier 3 colleges, who have worked for, let's say, 1 to 2 years in companies which are not considered a top tier brand, but for that matter considered like a BPO or KPO, or a unit where a lot of work is outsourced. I recall some of my friends working in Wipro, Infosys, Cognizant, in their BPO segment, or eClerx for that matter, where they work for 1, 2 years. They gain their experience, they know what's out there, they know the domain, and then they step into good companies after 1 or 2 switches. So, I mean, see where you stand. If you're able to land a job, there's also third category, where students who take, 1 to 2 year gap, really skill up with some courses at hand, and then join companies which are good, or at least tier 2 companies, taking some liberty with my language, and are able to land a bit higher package. Let's say these guys start at 5 to 6 lakhs. These guys start at 3 to 4 lakhs, and after first switch, maybe get 6 to 8 lakhs. Uh, so these guys take a gap year and skill up, level up, and these guys are also able to get 5 to 6 lakh. So see which trajectory suits you. Of course, this trajectory has a bit of hustle in it, a bit of hard work, patience required, with opportunity costs looming around as competition. So yeah, that's it from my end. I've given you an overview on how CML looks like, what are other opportunities you can consider. So as I told you, courses which has some finance base, Or other courses where you can also enter is, let's say, SAP as a certification is also out there. You can pursue this and join an IT company, SAP FICO, or SAP ERP, and other systems are there which needs
But
professionals.
considering my commerce background, so I don't think these courses would be really value add, because competitors, if I'm considering, they would be
Mhm.
from engineering or tech background. So
Yeah,
I
I do
think
get that,
that
but this
would be
is,
problematic.
yeah, I do get it, and that's a very valid point, Risha. But one thing they lack is FICO. SAP is a technical product, but FICO is, mainly used for financial inventory testing and other stuff, which commerce guys know better than any technical guys. So these guys have an
Okay.
edge where they guys can meet together and work. Then you have other profiles such as fintech, where you can go for some courses like SQL, Python, and other courses, and then try your luck in a BA role, business analyst role, for any product-based IT company, or even for that matter, services-based, where your product or service are being used by different banks and supplied by IT companies. And then you have courses like MBA. MBA is a course where everything gets open to you. So if you want to go, let's say, in finance as a domain, you can. Let's say over the period of time you think operations is a better fit for me, tech is a better fit for me, consultancy is a better fit for me. You can consider opting for these profiles as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope I've cleared all your doubts. If you have any, still let me know. But yeah, that's it from my end.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aditya. It was really insightful session. You have answered almost all my questions before I was asking. So yeah, thank you so much.